Hello, 8th graders, and welcome again to our grammar lesson, part 3. Earlier, we discussed if clause type 0 and if clause type 1. To remind you quickly, I will talk about the formation and use of if clause type 0 and type 1. If clause type 0, we form it by putting a present simple verb in the first part, in the condition part, and present simple in the second part, as it goes in the following sentence. If it rains, the grass gets wet. This is if clause 0 type. We use if clause type 0 or 0 type to talk about facts, general situations, or things that always happens. Okay. As for if clause type 1, if clause type 1 is formed by using a present simple verb in the first part and future simple verb in the second part. And as an example, if she sees her, she will tell her. Sees, present simple in the condition part in the if clause, and will tell as future simple in the second part or in the main clause or the result part. Okay. We use if clause type 1 to talk about possible situations in the future, things that are possible to happen in the future. Now, let's move to if clause type 2. This is the last type that we are going to study in the 8th grade. You will continue if clause third type or type 3 in the 9th grade. Let's start. If clause type 2. We form if clause type 2 by using a past simple verb in the first part or in the if clause part, and in the second part you will see would, could, might plus a base form. Look at this example. If she came, he would tell her the truth. Came is verb 2, and in the second part we used would plus tell base form. You can use would tell her, could tell her, or might tell her. Don't mind thinking about the use now. Now pay attention to the formation of the sentences. If they hear the news, they be angry. We have to use verb 2 here. And the verb 2 of the verb here is heard. If they heard the news, they would be angry. Number 2, if she cooked, we would eat the food. Number 3, if it rained, they wouldn't or couldn't or might not come. The last sentence is special. Look at it. If I be you, I study hard. How would you do it? You will say, okay, we need the past simple form of be, and with I, it is was, right? The past forms of be is was or were. With I, we always use was, I was. We don't say I were, right? And in the second part, it's easy. We put here would plus study, and this would make an advice. But look at the answer. If I were you, I would study hard. Now, we use this sentence for making an advice, okay? But why did we use were, and not was? Because it's an impossible situation, okay? We will discuss it a minute from now. Listen, we use if clause type 2 to express or talk about dreams, unreal situations, and things that are unlikely to happen, which are imaginary situations, okay? We use if clause type 2 to talk about unreal situations. What do we mean by this? Pay attention here. If she came, he would tell her the truth. What does this sentence mean? It means that she didn't come and he didn't tell her the truth. What happened in the real world, or what happened in reality, is that she didn't come and he didn't tell her the news. But we are imagining a situation where she really came and he told her the truth, and we are saying if she came, he would tell her the truth. But in reality, she didn't come and he didn't tell her the truth. It's an imaginary situation. This is why in sentence number 4 we used were. Here it's not just an unreal situation, it's an impossible situation. Would I be you one day? Can I be you? No way. I will never be you. This is an impossible situation, and this is why we use here were. Okay, we use were as the past form of be regardless the subject. If she were, if he were, if they were, if I were you. We always use were regardless the subject. Okay, now let's move to the practice part. This will make it clearer to you. If I see him, I apologize from him, but he's in London, which means in reality he's in London. He's in a different country. I am in Jordan. I didn't see him and I couldn't apologize to him. But imagine if I saw him, I would apologize to him. But he is in London and I can't see him. Number 2, if she passed the exam, she organized a party. Unfortunately, she failed. In real life, she failed the exam. But let's go back and imagine if she passed the exam, she would organize a party, but she didn't pass, she failed. This is a clue to know that this is an unreal or imaginary situation, and we have to use if clause type 2, in which we use past simple in the first part and would, could, or might in the plus base form verb in the second part. Sentence 3, if I not be busy, I help you, but I have a lot to do. If I wasn't busy, I would help you, but I have a lot to do. Verb 2, and here we use verb 2. Number 4, you understand what I mean if you listen carefully, but you never listen. Here we started with the result part or the main clause. You would understand what I mean if you listened carefully, but you never listen. This is the real situation, that you didn't listen. This shows us that this is an imaginary or unreal situation. Your father would be sad if you, what would you do here? Past simple form, not when, is didn't, when. Luckily you won. In real life you won. But let's imagine, if you didn't win, your father would be sad. If my mother helped me, I finished on time, but she wasn't home. She wasn't home and she couldn't help me. So if my mother helped me, I would finish on time, but unfortunately she wasn't home and she didn't help me, and I didn't finish on time. The last sentence, if I be you, I pay attention. This is an advice. We quickly put, if I were you, I would pay attention. Let's move to the conclusion. If clause type 2 is used to talk about unreal or imaginary situations, the form of type 2 conditional sentences is F plus subject plus verb. The verb is in the past simple. And in the second part, we use would, could, might, and base form. We can start by the main clause instead of the F clause. We drop the comma in that case. See, if they helped me, I would finish on time. They didn't help me and I didn't finish on time. This is in the ordinary way. Here we used the F clause at the beginning. We can say, I would finish on time if they helped me. We can start with the main clause instead of the F clause, but then we have to drop the comma. This is the part where we talked about the advice. And if clause type 2, we always use where, and the F clause, even if the subject is singular, for giving advice, of course, okay? If she were you, she would do it. If he were you, he would do it. And if they were you, they would do it. And if I were you, I would do it. Let's practice. Now you have 10 sentences. These sentences are formed differently. You can use if clause type 1, 0, or 2. Let's start the first one. If I were you, this is if clause type, of course 2, because here we have past simple, then it's if clause type 2, then we have to use would marry. If I were you, I would marry him. Number 2, it's a question, see? You, me, if you are free, you call, and here we have are. Are means it's in the present simple, then it's if clause type. Of course, it's if clause type 1, because it's possible that you are free in the future. It's not a fact, nor something that always happens, nor a general truth. Will you call me if you are free? Number 3, she would be happy if she, him. Here we have would, then it's if clause type 2, and we have to use the past simple of the word marry. which is married. Number 4, if I space, I would lend my car. If I, here we put would, right? Then it's if clause type 2, and we have to use verb to. If I knew. Would you buy this car if you $1 million have? Would you? Would, if clause type 2, would you buy this car if you had $1 million? If you were to marry, who would you choose? This is if clause type 2. If he the tap water, if he the tap water pours 10. If he turns the tap. It's if clause 0 type. This is something. This is a general truth. Whenever you open or turn the tap, water pours. Number 8. If a star, I would help the needy. If I, here we have would, then we should, it's if clause type 2. If I were a star, I would help the needy. This is an impossible situation. Number 9. If she will call. This is if clause type 1. Present simple in the first part. If she gets there, she will call. Number 10. If they harder, they would achieve success. If they worked, oh sorry, this is mistake. If they worked, because it's if clause type 2. If they worked harder, they would achieve success. Here we can see if clause type 2, if clause type 1, if clause type 2. This is if clause 0 type. This is type 2, type 2, type 2, and type 2. And this is type 1. You are free. And where, then it is if clause type 2. That's it. I recommend that you go work with your booklets in order and answer the exercises in them, do the exercises. Then you can check with your teacher. That's it for today. Thank you for listening.